Hello everyone, Coach Carol here with you once more. Today's Tuesday and I'm creating a series of Tuesday Trello tips for you. In this particular tip, I'm going to focus on how I'm using some of the templates that you can produce inside a list. For those of you watching on, you're not sure what lists are or what a card is or even what Trello is, let me explain very briefly. This whole real estate on my screen is referred to as a Trello board, and it's a great organizing tool. On the left is my navigation bar where I can go to others in my set of boards and close that off and give yourself even more real estate. And you create sets of lists, which are these pieces. So if I wanted to move things around, I just pick up a list and move it. And then within the list are these cards. So what I've done here is I've created some cards that can be used over and over again. A really useful one for me this week, because I wanted to find out just what I had in the way of primary records for each of my ancestors in my maternal family history, I created this primary records checklist. And you'll see it down here. When I click into it, you'll see it open up and it shows a description here of what this card is all about. So it's an individual ancestor card can be created from this template. It contains two checklists, one for primary records and another for secondary records. And because I have a paid version of Trello, I can use the power-ups such as a connection to my OneDrive from which I can add records for that ancestor into a card. They then appear as a list of attachments, and I'll show you an example in a moment. Scrolling down, you can see some of the things that I've included in the primary records research: birth, baptism, marriage, death, burial, and probate. Secondary records contain books, census, church, immigration, land records, maps, newspapers, and citizenship, which should be up there. You'll see, so I'm trying to arrange them in alphabetical order, which I haven't done up here, so I should do that. It's very easy to move things around. There we go. And so all of this information is in this templated card. And any card can be made a template. Down here under the actions, you can see it has a green tick to say that it is a template. And so when I want to make a copy of that for an ancestor, I simply click Create Card from Template. If I want it to go into the same area, I can leave it in here, or I can put it in a different list. I'll just do this to organizational rules, which is another list in this board, and I can give it a name here. We're just going to call this example. And it will include the checklists, and it will also include the labels, which you can see here, which is a featured image. Then I create the card. Come out of that, and then go across to organizational rules, and you'll see down here the blue one. There's my new card based on the template called Sample Ancestor. That means that each time I want to create a new card in a particular generation, I will base it on that template. And in this case, I've simply changed the color so that each generation shows up in different color formats. So that's a brilliant piece of use of templates. The other one is a little more complex, so I'm going to do a separate little tutorial for that. But this is called the Ancestry codes. So I'll show you that next. So for the time being, have a go for yourself. If you want to create a card that is a template, all you need to do is add a card, give it a name, then go back into the card, give it a description, and save that, and create whatever you want to be contained within the template. So we'll have a checklist, and we'll call this records. And then you add your records. Like so, as many as you like. You can give your card a label. So if I want it to be featured, I'll choose the purple one, and it just pops it in place there. And I think that's all I'll do for this sample. And then down on the bottom right, make this card a template. And it's done. It tells you at the top that this is a template card. Oh, there's one other thing that you might want to do. You might want to give it a cover that is distinctive. Perhaps a photo. Just put that in place. And then switch it off. And you'll see that down here under this list, I've got a new templated card called Sample for Template. So have a go for yourself and let me know. I hope this has been helpful for you for your Trello Tuesdays.